Well, one of the exciting things, I think, and I've heard some buzz about it from different people, that you started this year was you actually have the ballots online.
Right.
Why don't you talk to me a little bit about that?
Well, it started with the Treasurer's Office actually had their new property tax access site. And when I looked at that and realized that I could get my tax information online, and I saw the outline of and the graphics of how they had that set up, I thought this would be a great way to give ballots to our voters. So we took their platform and put our data into it. Our GIS department worked on that with us, and so we produced something that we're all pretty proud of, and we've gotten a lot of compliments on it. So I could show that to you.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
If you are at our website, there is a link that says to go to the new election mapping website, and you can just click right on that. Do you want to know what the URL is for?
I'll put it on the
okay.
Yeah, at the bottom of the video.
Okay, very good. And then we'll click on that, and this will take us to a little disclaimer will come up, and we just want to make sure that everybody understands, number one, that in emergencies, which we did have an emergency this year because of the Voight Center road construction, we had to change a polling location at the last minute, that we may be required to change polling location, so the polling location information in here you want to check right before the election would be best. And that also the ability to find election and precinct and polling information and sample ballots on this website does not mean that you're a registered voter. And we've got a link to another site that you can go to verify if you're a registered voter or not. But once you read that disclaimer, you can click OK. And it presents you with a map of the whole whole of Allen County. And you can search by just typing in your address. So I'm going to go ahead and type in an address. And the site will pull up anything that lives, or anybody that lives at that address. And our map automatically zooms to this little house will be the actual pinpoint of the address, and then this little vote will be actually where the polling location is in results to that. This has taken a little time to formalize, but I think it will here in a little bit. There we go. So there's the address, and you can see there's the map, and on this particular production here, you can see that I would probably have to go down 24 Homestead Road to Liberty Mills Road to get to my polling location. So it kind of gives you directions to go to that location. Also, it tells you what your voting location address is and where your voting location is. Down below here, it gives you, if you click here, you can see a photograph of the polling location. So this is great for people that aren't familiar with the location. They can kind of see what they're going to be looking for as they're driving past. And then also if you want to see a copy of or a picture of your location, because we are using the Treasurer's Office information, there's also pictures of your property that will show up on the website. We have a link to sample ballots that are for that particular precinct. So if you click on that, this is a Democratic ballot. So you can take a look at what the ballot is going to look like when you go into the polling location.
That is exactly what it looks like on the screen, isn't it?
It's exactly. Well, it's a little bit different because this is an absentee ballot, but when you go in, it is very, very similar. It might be off just a tad, but if you look at this ballot, it's going to be very similar. And then there's the Republican Party ballot. Now we also have links to a couple of videos. One is if you're going to be voting using an absentee ballot, this video will show you how to complete an absentee ballot so that it will be counted, how to fill out all the paperwork correctly so that there's no problem with your ballot. And then also, if you're going to be voting at the polling location, just a little reminder on how to use the machines that you'll be looking at and voting on. So that's our voting information. Now you can also go to this site to get information about your current elected officials. Right now I've got a little click over here on the side of the city government, and this tells you who are the elected officials in that precinct. So of course for mayor it's Tom Henry, and city clerk is Sandy Kennedy, and then all of the council members who represent that district or that precinct. Over here is all your county government. This is all your county officials, your county council. There's also a little tab over here for township officials, court officials, and also your school board for that precinct. Then we can go to state government. You can find out who the governor and the attorney general is, as well as superintendent of public instruction, all your state offices, and then of course then your federal offices who represent you on the federal level. So a lot of information at your fingertips just by putting in your address.
Okay. Well, it's a lot of hard work, but I think it's well worth it.
We're real excited. Like I said, we have gotten a lot of positive feedback. I'll show you this little draft that we got from our GIS department. They're kind of keeping track of how our website did during the election. And after we brought out the website and notified everyone, we had an average of about 70 hits a day. And the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, Monday before the election and Tuesday, the day of the election, it went up dramatically. We had 1,900 page loads, which we're real excited about, 1,198 unique visitors, 1,000 first-time visitors. So we're real excited that the public seemed to like it as well.
Good. Anything else on the horizon? I know we've got the general elections in November.
Right. Well, you know, we start all over again. So we always take what we've learned from this last election and apply it to the next one. We'll start making projections on what we think, how many people will be showing up at the polls, and just start doing our thing, figuring out how many machines to send out, how many people we'll need at the polls, and just keep going.
Well, Beth, we appreciate your hard work.
Oh, thank you.
And if there's anything we can do in the future, let us know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
No.